You crazy? Only the fucking nigga can play with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I fuck you up, motherfucker. Fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games.
Will a win over Canelo put you ahead of Mayweather as the greatest boxer of this generation?
Listen, I leave the opinions to everybody else, but like I said, after this fight, when I defeat Canelo, I'm gonna be on Mount Rushmore. That's where I'm gonna be.
Things were never expected to reach this level. During the first official face-off between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, backstage tensions exploded as two of the greatest fighters of their era nearly lost control and security had to step in and separate them. Nobody truly knows what was said, but one thing became obvious to everyone watching. This was never some friendly media appearance. Pride against greatness and legacy against legacy collided in a way boxing fans have not witnessed in years. Even after both men finally sat down face to face, the tension did not disappear, and somehow things only became more intense. Once the cameras started rolling, both men tried to stay composed, but Floyd's expression said everything. He was not there to smile or entertain. He was serious, focused, and fully locked in. Gone was the flashy, rich image built over 2 decades. Crawford, on the other side, stayed calm, steady, and collected, but it was easy to see he was ready for anything Floyd planned to bring.
If this kid said he'd been training every day, for years, every day in boxing, I'm somewhere in Aruba, in the Bahamas, in Dubai, I'm traveling the world on my jet.
The discussion started like any normal negotiation, with talk about deals, terms, and who deserved what. Then everything changed once the topic shifted toward who truly owns the title of best fighter of this era. Crawford lifted his head with confidence, while Floyd instantly looked more tense, and for the first time in years people could see real frustration on his face. Floyd was not upset because of disrespect. Deep down, he understood exactly why all this was happening. Many believe everything started after Canelo Alvarez said Crawford was better than Floyd.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
One simple statement sent the internet into chaos. If Crawford defeated Canelo, people believed he would become the face of boxing, and fans started saying things Floyd never allowed anyone to say before. Some even believed a new king had arrived.
Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
That was the trigger point. That was the one button nobody usually pushes with Floyd. At 47 years old, he now finds himself connected to one of the most dangerous fighters alive because of it.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is one of the biggest egos in the sport, so much so that he could not find a way to give Muhammad Ali credit as being a top 5 fighter and claimed that Roberto Duran sits above Muhammad Ali, right? Why? Because Floyd wants to be better than Muhammad Ali. He completely redid his image when he became Money Mayweather to pretty much copy from calling himself the GOAT, calling himself TBE, right? Whole thing. Very disrespectful of Muhammad Ali when he was coming up, when after Floyd Mayweather Jr. wound up being at the top of the sport. So now that Terence Crawford has firmly placed himself at the top of boxing, and not just as the pound for pound fighter. Right now, many people are saying, hey, shouldn't he be considered one of the greatest fighters of all time?
Afterward, things continued getting worse during the press conference. Floyd was not acting like his usual loud self from older events. He stayed serious, focused, and direct this time. He was not joking around. He spoke about legacy and protecting his place because he refused to let anyone take it away.
I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Crawford looked at Floyd differently. To him, Floyd was simply another challenge on the list. There was no fear and no anger. This situation felt different from Crawford's other fights. He already had major wins over Errol Spence and had silenced doubters. Did he need Floyd at this stage of his career? No, but he still wanted him.
Yo, yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
For years, people asked Crawford if he believed he could defeat Mayweather, and he always avoided giving a direct answer. He never entertained those conversations and usually moved away from the topic.
I have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. And Mr. Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your ass.
Okay, that's a no.
Crawford openly says he beats Floyd at his absolute best, and that statement was enough to throw fuel onto an already growing fire between both sides. Interview 10. Reporters could see Floyd getting irritated, and it was not because of Crawford's words. It was because of what Crawford represented. A new king and perhaps the best active fighter in boxing today. Floyd clearly did not enjoy hearing that.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
Reports also started discussing Floyd's upcoming fight with Mike Tyson, but many people are not treating it as a serious contest. Most view it as entertainment, with 2 legends stepping into the ring for a payday.
Where does he rank now, all time, ending this interview?
Number 1, and the only one that he got at top is Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Because Terence Crawford is this generation guy. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishing all the goals that he accomplished.
Matched up? How do they match up, Floyd and Terence?
Hey, I'm like this, man. It's going to be great because Floyd, he's about his work. He put in work. We've been watching it for decades. You know what I'm saying? Him coming out of retirement to do this fight, that's a win for the whole world boxing. Every generation, from Floyd generation to this generation, to get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on.
Tyson remains Tyson, and everyone knows if emotions rise and things become heated, then this entire event could quickly become dangerous.
that fans will watch for sure is you and Mike Tyson. How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
You know, the fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting for the people and the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and like, hey, this is not, we're going to have fun, we're going to throw a few punches, like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event.
But the truth is Crawford matters much more than that fight. Whenever Crawford's name appears, people notice Floyd's mood instantly change. He no longer acts like Money Mayweather the entertainer. Suddenly, he becomes Floyd Mayweather Jr., the undefeated boxer with 50 wins who still feels that competitive fire. Floyd understands that defeating Crawford at this age would prove everything forever, while Crawford knows beating Floyd even now would remain one of boxing's biggest moments. This goes beyond business.
Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
Unless we're talking about Floyd. And listen, we all gotta believe we're the greatest of all times, right? We all gotta believe that, but we all know Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all times.
If you could have fought any fighter in your life, any weight, any era, who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather. So we're in there, we're fighting low here.
Many believe Crawford would slow down after beating Canelo because there was nothing left to prove. He had already shown he could beat bigger fighters and his legacy already looked complete.
Like Floyd career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight. And that's what led him to be so great, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy, back to back to fight, one after one.
Crawford made another difficult choice. He wants Floyd because he wants to end every debate forever. He does not want fans saying he never faced Floyd. He wants to close the chapter by defeating the man who controlled boxing for 20 years.
Terence Crawford had the ability to fight backwards and stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he's asked to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just the pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside, man. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, he would jab him. We didn't see any lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side, as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. And Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin if they fought it.
Crawford is also one of the last true competitors in the sport. He is not interested in easy fights. He wants the hardest challenges available. Still, many people question why he would chase an older Floyd instead of fighting Boots Ennis, and those questions are fair.
Crawford couldn't have an era to himself, and if you put Terence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favored? Terence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ron keep mentioning another?
No, I'm asking the question first. Do we got Terence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
Fans and experts have long believed Boots presents the perfect matchup because of his explosive style and similarities to Crawford by switching styles, staying dangerous, and remaining unpredictable at all times.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. Obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much...
Even Boots himself constantly calls Crawford out and asks for that challenge. He wants the biggest test against the man many see as the top fighter of this era. Yet whenever Crawford is asked about him, he quickly shuts the conversation down and says the fight does nothing for him.
Who they are cancel out each other as far as height. They both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people, pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in a big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So sure. I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I got to go with Crawford.
The talks have not stopped, though, and another name entering discussions is Virgil Ortiz Jr., who recently impressed many people and immediately called out Crawford. He gained support from Oscar de la Hoya, who called it the biggest fight at 154. Fans would love that matchup, but Crawford already defeated top names and does not feel pressure to chase Ortiz. Some may praise a Boots fight and others may support an Ortiz showdown, but people would remember a Floyd fight for decades.
Career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. Fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're gonna say, oh well, he was young, he wasn't ready. He was talented, he was skillful, but you got the experience over him. You got, so much more than this kid that never been tested before. Because we always seen him win and fly in color, a fashionate way, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. So me fighting Boots will be like, okay, well, you beat Boots. It's not a mega fight. It's gonna sell a little bit because of your name and what you just accomplished.
It has youth power and activity on his side, but landing punches on Floyd has always been the true challenge. Crawford could take control early, or Floyd could put on a defensive masterclass and frustrate him all night. At the press conference, Floyd talked more about money, respect, and legacy, while Crawford focused on challenge competition and proving himself. You can share your thoughts and keep following for more updates ahead.